Yo, what is going on everyone, and thank you for joining me for another manga chapter review. In today's video, we're going to be going over chapter 340 for My Hero Academia, titled The Story of How We All Became Heroes, Part 3. And before we jump into the review, guys, I'd like to once again thank all of my new subscribers and viewers for showing such an awesome amount of support on the channel. Thank you so much for continuing to keep me motivated, and I will continue to pump out videos and reviews for you guys as fast as I can. Now, unfortunately, a new semester of college has started for me, so that will sort of delay videos very slightly. I won't be going anywhere. I'll continue to be doing manga reviews as well as other videos I have planned coming for you guys, so do not worry, I will have more videos for you guys. It's just the semester has started, so I wanted to get all of my ducks in a row before I went ahead and started recording and doing all that stuff for the YouTube. So, and with that, guys, if you guys are new to the channel and do love anime and manga as much as I do, please consider sticking around and subscribing, as this is just the start of what I have planned for this channel. And without further ado, guys, let's just go ahead and jump right into the review already. So starting off, we begin with All Might as well as other heroes discussing plans for their inevitable showdown with All For One and the League of Villains. Among their plans, they discussed that both Endeavor and Best Jeanist will be in charge of the main hero force. Hawk stating that this emergency situation is a closed-off matter, prioritizing safety, they will reduce their numbers as it continues. Ragdoll from the Wild Wild Pussycats interrupts by telling everyone in attendance that she is feeling lonely with her companions not being able to take part as well. With Ragdoll telling them that she knows her search quirk is being used maliciously, that's why she wants to become an asset to them all. All Might telling the others that this is neither the best or worst plan, but something they need to do, and that is separate them. Further telling them that Shigaraki preceding his battle with Stars and Stripes has surpassed All For One in terms of strength. Also stating that he put a brunt of his quirk on display during the Tartarus raid. Not knowing how developed the shared consciousness is between Shigaraki and All For One, All Might says that if they were to face both at the same time, there would be no chance of victory, explaining that a distance of 10 kilometers minimum is needed for their success. Tsukachi, challenging the plan of All Might, asks All Might, "Don't you think All For One and Shigaraki have taken that possibility into account?" Also taking Dabi's extreme firepower into consideration, All Might tells them if Dabi were to act as their vanguard, it would stop them dead in their tracks. Telling everyone that it wouldn't be Dabi that needs to be isolated, but rather every member of the League of Villains. Questioning his plan's effectiveness, Tsukachi asks All Might if their ace for their plan would be Aoyama. Telling Tsukachi that he is still wavering, All Might sympathizes for him and his situation. Tsukachi states that he still is skeptical of Aoyama. With All Might declaring that he believes in Aoyama, we are then brought to Aizawa and Aoyama. After Aizawa being caught up to speed about Aoyama's state and condition, and being told that examinations were done that suggest his state is not similar to Lady Nagant, Aizawa asking Aoyama if he is afraid. Aoyama explaining his fear of All For One as well as his fear of not being able to shine as bright as his friends. Showing immeasurable regret for what he did, he says that even if he took his friends' hands, he would be too paranoid of All For One. Aizawa and Aoyama, getting into a clash of wills, argue that Aoyama does have what it takes to stand tall with his friends once again. Not giving up, Aizawa telling him he won't let his sins torment him, telling him he doesn't want his students to live a life full of regrets and remorse. That's why he isn't going to send him out on his own by himself. With the final panel revealing Shinso, Aizawa lastly tells him, "You'll be walking alongside of all of us." Alright guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap up the synopsis portion of the video. Now let's go ahead and jump over to my thoughts and my review of the chapter as a whole. And man, do I have to say that this chapter was absolutely really awesome, to be quite honest with you, because I felt as though that it was really narrative based. It wasn't like what we've been seeing in the past with My Hero. I feel like these past like 4 chapters have been very narrative based, and I really sort of like that, because I like how it's prepping us for the next part of the war with the League of Villains and the paranormal front. I really like that. I like how they're setting things up for that inevitable fight, and they're explaining it over, they're going over their plan lastly, like All Might telling everybody that both Shigaraki and All For One cannot be within 10 kilometers of each other, because if they do, then we're essentially fucked. So I feel that the inclusion of other heroes, I like that we're starting to see, and that we got to see Ragdoll be included in that discussion of their plans. Now, it is a little unfortunate that we aren't seeing Endeavor and Best Jeanist, but that's probably going to be saved. They're probably going to be preserved for a more bigger portion, because I remember, what was it, a few chapters ago, 2 chapters ago, that the final panel of that of one of the chapters was both Best Jeanist and Endeavor. I believe like Endeavor was in a fedora or something like that. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but I definitely do remember seeing Endeavor not too long ago. But it would definitely be good to see him again, and it's going to be crazy whenever they have that showdown between father and son. Well, father and sons, because I believe Todoroki and Endeavor are going to go against Dabi, so that is going to be very, very awesome. So, I mean, I don't know how much more I can wait until like the actual action gets underway for these chapters, guys, because I mean, everything is like coming at us pretty quickly, because Hirokoshi has told us, well, he did say at Jump Festa a few weeks ago, not a few weeks ago, but at least like almost a month ago, that he does plan for the manga for My Hero to be wrapped up within around a calendar year. So we are going to start to see things in the manga pick up super quick, even quicker than we may realize. So it is definitely a very fun but yet sad time for My Hero, just knowing that it will end eventually. But let's not think about that. Let's go ahead and just look at everything that we have planned for the rest of this arc and just really, really get excited. But overall, I would have to say that I would give this chapter a solid 8. A solid 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 because I forgot to mention Shinso. I absolutely love that they threw Shinso on the final panel. Man, I love Shinso so much, man. Like, I'm getting hyped just talking about him, because I love Shinso ever since his battle with Midoriya at the sports festival, and like when he was telling Midoriya how like easy it would just to reach his goals because he has the perfect quirk, and just how he was almost envious of Midoriya. Like that just like, I clicked with Shinso after that. I was like, man, he could easily turn into a bad guy, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to like forfeit and give up on his dreams. So I'm so happy to see Shinso being a part of the war and just being a part of their initiative and just all of that good stuff. So that final panel definitely made me excited about next chapter and just everything of what's to come in this arc for My Hero. But that's pretty much going to go ahead and wrap up my thoughts on the chapter 340 for My Hero. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below of the chapter. I'm really curious to see what you guys thought of this chapter, and what you guys are interested in seeing, or what you guys think will happen in the next coming chapters. Definitely would be interesting to read your guys' predictions or even theories on that front. And if you enjoyed today's video, I would greatly appreciate if you went ahead and hit that like button, as well as consider sticking around and subscribing to the channel, as it would definitely help me by growing the channel. That way we can get my videos out to even more people who like My Hero, Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fire Force, just anime and manga in general. Just helping get in that algorithm would just be absolutely amazing, so that way we could just build our community and just really reach even more people who haven't seen us yet. But for all of you guys that have stuck with me, and even some of the new people that have come along, or maybe you're just viewing and you haven't subscribed yet, I absolutely 100% from the bottom of my heart appreciate you guys to the fullest, and I can't wait to go ahead and bring you guys another video. I am currently working on that Jujutsu Kaisen review. The reason why the My Hero review and Jujutsu Kaisen review are a little bit delayed is just because I had a little bit of schoolwork stuff I had to dedicate to most of this weekend. So definitely I'll be pumping out the Jujutsu Kaisen video later today, if not tomorrow, very early tomorrow, so please stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, that's going to be all for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear and see you guys on the next video. See ya.